Good morning, 7:15. Nicola Lowen from Mad About Style joining us this morning with some amazing tips for organizing your closet and getting the most out of the clothes you already have.
Exactly.
Okay, so we have so many tips we want to get to. Let's start at the end.
Okay, so this is a really cool thing. This is actually for your laundry, to dry your laundry. So we've actually turned that into a rack for your belts, your scarves, and your husband's ties as well, which is really cool. So it shows everything that you have. It hangs in your closet. You know exactly what you have and you're not missing anything.
And that's a point that we keep coming back to, is you have to see your stuff to know what you have.
Exactly. Everything needs to be visible.
Okay, that's a great idea. It keeps it all organized. The belts aren't getting wrinkled.
Exactly.
The scarves aren't getting crunkled.
Totally, yeah.
Okay.
So the next one is we're switching over spring to winter, or winter to spring. So take all of your stuff out of your closet and reorganize it and put it back in with just your spring stuff, and organize it by color. So, and also by length. So I always start with my tops and then work my way to my blazers, dresses, and then bottoms.
Okay.
This way, when you're looking for a specific color in something, or you're looking to wear a certain thing, you know exactly where they are, you go straight for them. They're not all mismatched all over the place.
I'm sure it helps to simplify things too when you eliminate the items that you know you're not going to wear.
Exactly.
The darker clothes.
Exactly. Your winter coats, your thicker sweaters, things like that. This way you know exactly what you have for the season and you can add appropriately to what you need.
And as far as keeping things nice and tidy, you have a great idea for the stuff you don't use.
Yeah, exactly. So if you are, what you can do, because we never know what to give away, right?
Yes.
So I always say put your hangers back in a certain way, and then as you wear your clothes, turn the hangers the opposite way so you know exactly what you've worn. That way at the end of the season, what you haven't worn, you can give away, because the rule of thumb is if you haven't worn it in a year, you should get rid of it.
You're not going to wear it.
Exactly.
That's a great idea, and then you can actually see right in front of you, no
what you've
disputing
worn.
it. I did not wear this shirt.
Exactly.
It can go. Okay, now this is a shoe organizer, but those are not shoes.
Exactly. So a lot of us don't have drawer space or shelf space to do a lot of our sweaters. And again, they're in a drawer, you don't see them, you don't exactly know what you have. So this is a great piece. This is just a shoe organizer. And what we've done is we've rolled the sweaters inside. So it does three things. It minimizes how much space it takes up, because rolling a sweater takes up this much space, right? Mm-hmm. So also when you roll your product, it's not gonna wrinkle as fast, which is awesome. And it also takes away all that hanger bum that you get on the side of your sweaters when you do hang them.
Yeah,
it takes that away completely.
If you don't wear them for a while, you have the little points here.
Exactly. Yeah, especially if you've hung it up after you've washed it. It just doesn't work that way. So at least if you're rolling them in here, we could fit multiple sweaters inside each piece. And again, it's totally visible to you. You know exactly what you have. Great
ideas. As far as the closet goes, now, this is the coolest stuff. I've never even heard about this. Where do you want to start? The chalk or the shoes?
Let's start with the chalk. So we're taking all of our winter jackets out. Most of us maybe putting them in our basement closets where it's a little bit more damp, a little bit more moist. So instead of worrying about a dehumidifier, if you take 12 pieces of chalk, you wrap an elastic band around them with a ribbon around that as well, and you just hang it in your closet. You can get a hook in there. It absorbs all the moisture, so you don't need to worry about a clunky dehumidifier. You just need 12 pieces of chalk and it'll absorb all that moisture for you.
That is incredible.
Isn't that the coolest thing?
Just cheap everyday chalk.
Cheap $2 chalk. You don't need to worry about anything else. It's the easiest, simplest thing. And it takes up no space.
No space at all. And protecting your clothes, that's fantastic.
Even better.
Now, protecting your boots.
So, biggest pet peeve of mine is your floppy boots that don't stand up. At the end of the season, oftentimes they end up in a Rubbermaid in the basement. You're getting rid of your winter stuff, you're bringing out your spring stuff. So, great idea to hold them up. This protects it. It also just displays them a little bit better for you too, is using a wine bottle. So we all have the empties at home, slide it inside, and it's the perfect weight and it's the perfect shape. So it holds the boots up and it also keeps the shape of the boot.
How fantastic is that? That is so great, Nicola, because quite often that will wreck your boots, leaving them folded over all winter.
And they're folded for, you know, another 4 or 5 months or so, and they're wrecked the next season when you go to pull them out.
Oh, you're such an organizing queen. I love it. Well, coming up in just a couple of minutes, we're going to take a look at April showers, fashion, rain boots, umbrellas, rain jackets, everything to get you through the spring season. Stay with us.
My world like nobody else, the way that you flip your